Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, hi and welcome and thank you for joining us. We are going to take our pasta dinner box. We're going to cut it down. We're going to make us a journal cover out of it. That's what I'm working on today. Yesterday, I took a day off, spent the day with my mama. And hit the town wide open. Went shopping, went thrifting. I found me a wedding dress. Then come back home last night, and before I know it, it was 11 o'clock. I didn't shoot a video, and I said, well, I ain't gonna start now. So that's what happened yesterday. So I found me a wedding dress. I'm not getting married, by the way. I found one where I could cut the embroidery off of it. So I cut all that stuff off. I got I cleaned it up and got several pieces of that off of that wedding dress, and then like the dress part, I cut all of that off and cleaned it up already, so it's ready to use. And then I did take several pieces from like the train and clean them up, but most of it, I still got 2-gallon bags worth of sandwich baggies that I gotta clean up and get the silk out from underneath it. Because we done all of that with scissors. So, but me and Mama went shopping yesterday. I went to Hobby Lobby. They didn't have a whole bunch of clearance at my Hobby Lobby, so I know everybody else is on talking about Hobby Lobby clearances and stuff. I didn't find a bunch at mine. They had a few stickers and stuff, but not a whole lot of anything else. I did find some good, I have to piece that, yep. So we're just going to take and cut these pages down. I'm going to put them, cover this up with these book pages. And I just want to use just the words parts of it. Got me some purple beads so I can make me a so I can make put me some bead dangles on my purple journals. I was like, I don't have any of those big purple beads, so I went and bought me some. And then I got me some more they have, it's like a table runner mesh, basically, is what it is. So I thought it would be great used as cheesecloth. That's basically what it looks like anyways, is colored cheesecloth. So I bought me several packs of that, one of every color they had, and it wasn't on sale, but that's quite all right. And then I found some really pretty fall fabric that I'm going to use for my fall journals. So I did all of that yesterday. Went and ate with my dad. We went and had there's this place, it's called Pirates Landing in Elkin. Looks like a big old pirate ship on the outside, and it's off of 77 as you go through down 77 from Mount Airy to Elkin. You can see it off the side of the road. Looks like a huge pirate ship just sitting out in the middle of nowhere. So we went there and ate seafood yesterday. It's pretty good. I had a steak and a jumbo shrimp. Daddy ate scallops, and I think Mom ate her steak. So then today, you know, here I am not supposed to be eating shrimp because it messes with my gout, and red meat messes with my gout, but you know, I ate it anyways because it was good. And I found a bunch of apparently it was a quilter had passed away, and whoever was cleaning out their stuff just made bags and bags and bags of cloth pre-cut quilting panels of some sort. So I got all of them that we could find. Mama found those, and I found another English Spanish dictionary. I found a big old Webster dictionary hardback, and then I found some kind of what the heck name was that of that thing? It was an atlas, the Times Atlas or whatever. It had a bunch of numbers and stuff like it in it, and it has some pictures of landmarks around the world. So I said, well, that might be good to use to play with, so I got those. So I just had a thrifting shopping day, and then specifically went looking for a wedding dress just so I could cut it up and get the lacy brodery bits off of it. So now I'm going to want to run this over. I'm going to wrap it around, and I don't care if the words are upside down on the other side. It don't really matter to me. I'm going to need another glue stick though. Oh. Well, actually, I can put this back over here now. So I moved it so I could have my big cutter up here. And that's what I had going on yesterday. Was just out shopping and goofing off and running the roads, you know. Hunting up stuff to do my crafting with. Spent, I don't know, like $250 at the Hobby Lobby. But, you know, in my defense, it was stuff that I had been saying that I wanted, and then, you know, just never got, basically. I did get a real pretty, and the only paper pad I got was like a real pretty paper, purple paper. And it had real pretty purples on it. Because they really didn't have anything new. Because pretty much everything they got, I've got. So, it was like, I'm just not going to buy the same thing again. Angle that, and then we'll miter the corners or what have you, and put some more glue on that and glue this down. That cornered up really good, didn't it? So now I'm hoping I can refold this middle, but I'm telling you, I don't think it's going to do it. I think I'm going to have to wind up cutting the pages a little bit shorter. We may have to rework some of our pockets, or, well, some of our, not pockets, but our journal cards. We may have to rework some of them. And if we do, that's just fine and dandy. We'll do it. It don't really matter. I'm hoping this paper, when I get it on here and get it stiffened up, it won't fold that well, and then we can just put a new crease down the middle of it. That's what I'm hoping. It may not happen, but I'm hoping it happens. And this is just that French novel that I found at the thrift store several months ago. I've been using. It's about gone, so I was, on the hunt for another French novel. I was going to see if anybody knows of anything, that I can get online of foreign languages and stuff like that, which I know there's several Etsy shops that have stuff that you can get. So I may wind up doing that. Because I'd really like to have another French novel or something like that. I think that'd be neat. I'm just going to stick that right there just in case I cut it short. Because I got a feeling I kind of did. But it never hurts. Never hurts to have good coverage on your corner bits. Okay. I have a feeling I may have to touch up some glue on this. May have to put some wet glue on this side. Because this won't act like it don't want to hold it. Oopsie, come here. On this bottom part, I'm really not as worried about covering it, because we're going to wrap the handkerchief around the bottom piece there, so it should be fine. And I'm just going to come just a hair in from those pieces there on this side. Put this piece down first. Probably need to get me a different piece stuck over here. So today's Saturday. I had to work today, so that's why another reason. Like when I got up yesterday, Friday morning, I got up. I only slept like 3 hours, and I got up. I had an appointment I had to go to about 10 or 10:30, and then so I got up at like, set my alarm for 8, but I didn't get up till 9. So and then I was sitting here last night. I was watching TV because, like I said, after I got done cutting the embroidery off of the wedding dress and all of that stuff, the appliques and lace and stuff, and then I had a couple of shirts that Mama worked on to get the lace trim and stuff around them off. She done a great job. So while she was doing that, I was working on getting the dress took apart. And then when she got done with hers, I had to have her hold the train and stuff, so it would cut easier, because it was just all silk. It didn't have any lining in it or nothing, and so it was just sliding around. And I was using the Tim Holtz scissors, so I was afraid I was going to cut my fingers off. I was like, here, you hold up here, pull that part, and I'll pull this down here, and then I'll just cut. Just don't come around where my scissors are at, because it'll chop your fingers off. First thing she does is, like, I'm cutting right here, and her hand's right here. I'm like, I told you not to get close to my scissors. I was like, I'm telling you, these things are sharp. So, yeah, see, now we can make us a different fold. See, look, when you glue both of them to the sides, heck yeah, buddy. It did exactly what I thought it was going to do. It's going to stiffen that up, so then I can score and put right down the middle. And it'll be fine and dandy. All right, so now let me look see here. All right, so I'm going to put this on here with fabric tack, and I do need to cover that because it's going to show like nobody's business. That's fine. We'll just take us a couple pieces and run them like this and wrap it around it. kind of figured it was going to, but wasn't quite sure. But yeah, you can see right through that hanky. Get me another piece of this, because I was using that up like crazy, and I was like, let me just be a little bit more mindful about what I'm doing with that book till I get me another one. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And put all my scraps in my to be stamped on box. Oh, and I dropped it. I dropped it in the floor. Oh, goodness. So if anything could mess up, that's how the day's been going for me. It's like, you know. So I've been trying not to do too much heavy thinking or too much heavy lifting, you know what I'm saying? Because this was already planned out, so I kind of knew what I was going to do here. So I do need to wrap that around over the edge on both sides. Then I'm going to do this like this here on both sides. I got to be mindful that that right there is going to be right in the middle. That's going to be where yeah. So I need to overlap that a little bit. There's where the original spine is, and my new spine is going to be right here. So let's overlap that. Just trying to think ahead a little bit so I don't mess it up too bad. Because when I go to refold this box, it's going to be right there in the middle of that. And you never want your paper overlap right where your fold's at, because it's going to break loose from it. Ask me how I know that, because I've done it twice and learned my lesson finally. That's how. When I was making photo books. Yes, ma'am. Sure did do it 2 times. So I'm going to do like this, because my fold will be about right in here. There should be plenty of allowance there. I'm using my everything scissors for this. The blue handle scissors is to cut any and everything, so it don't really matter. Alright, so here is the middle of this. Alright, so that needs to go right here. Well, actually, I can put that back here on this side like this, and that's going to miss my middle fold. Great. Yeah, we can move that on back over here, and that'll miss my middle fold. So I'm just trying to eyeball up where my middle fold's going to be there, because I'm going to refold the box. Hopefully. Now you can do this with scrapbooking paper. I do it with a little bit thinner scrapbooking paper just because, you know, you are covering a cardboard box here. And the thicker the paper is, the more apt it is to release from your background that you're covering. Especially when you try to refold it and do it in make it fold in a different spot than it was used to being folded. So basically I'm breaking in a new spine, and this is what I'm going to attempt to do. I should be able to do it fairly easy. Now I said that, you watching it, it's not going to happen fairly easy though. Okay, so we got all of our edges and stuff covered. We are good. I'll see, now normally when I'm covering these boxes, I will take and run, so if you can tell, like there's the spine and right there it is, and you can fold your paper, see, and it'll crease where that fold is. Now normally I would take and score that and ease the paper and fold it. But I'm not going to do that this time because I need it folded perfectly in the middle so it can be, you know, enough mainly to cover this, because I want this on the front of it, and I'm okay with it hanging off on the sides and stuff like that, and I want it hanging off the top just a little bit. So when I smooth it down, it's going to have a little bit of hangover on the top, just a smidge. And then I'm going to wrap the bottom part around. I need to wipe my fingers. Which, you know, we're going to see how that plays out right here in just a second. Because I'm about to do it. Alright, that one's done. So I think I'm going to try to put it down first with this school glue. I don't know. Let's just do it with Fabri-Tac, and just that way I ain't got to take it apart and re-glue it. Let's just do it and get it done. Just get it done. And then I'll have Fabri-Tac fingers for the rest of the show. You know, it's always a downside to the Fabri-Tac. Just making this here, just gonna put that up here in our book page thing. It's my glue pages, so I make, you know, pockets and whatever out of. Alrighty, so now okay. First thing I'm going to do is just run a bead across the top here and get the top fixed first. I'm just going to go straight across this top and get it fixed first. And then I'll work from there. Because I think that is going to be my hardest part. Because I think once I get that on and get it situated how I want it, the rest of it will kind of fall in place, I'm thinking. I'm hoping anyways. Yeah, I kind of got a little bit the same hangover about it, so that's good. So if you can see, it has, you know, cuts in here and there and the other place, so that's why I was like, I'm going to do that with it. Okay, so then I'll just pull it taut here. And then I got something where it's hung to it, and then I can just go around the rest of it and put it down. And I'm going to have learned over the time of doing books and working with the Fabri-Tac that, whoops, if it is a thinner fabric, you don't want your glue to bubble up underneath it, because it will seep through your fabric really, really bad. So if you can take and put your glue down, put your glue nozzle straight down on your project, it'll keep it from doing that. Keep it from bubbling up. Theoretically it will. Okay, so now Just going to start in the middle and push it out to the edge. That's pretty much what I'm doing. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's so pretty. With the French writing. Now on here, I think where we got that piece there where it's pieced together underneath. I'm wanting to try to put another piece of lace there. We'll have to see what we can come up with. Okay, so now let's turn it over. And see where it's cut in a little bit over here on this side. Hanging off a little more there because see it's cut. This is not, it's cut in. Okay. So what I am going to do is I'm going to run up the side here. Let's eyeball how much from this line right here down. And run across the bottom. Just so that it don't move. To about right there. Okay. All right, y'all, here we go. And pull it really taut there and hold it. And then we're going to push it down. And let it catch. Now in the middle, I'm not worried about the middle because, you know, the signature is going to be sewed there. So you don't need to glue that. It's just going to be a glue mess for your needle to try to get through when you're trying to sew your signature in. Okay. And I've got Fabri-Tac squishing through it. So I need to get this right here off of the corner where there wasn't a place for it to catch the fabric. Okay. I think that is going to work, y'all. Shut up. Look yonder what we did today. Oh, that's so pretty. It turned out better than I expected. Honestly, it really did. Because I thought I was going to have some issues with it. I am super happy with that. We done a good job on that one. Now, like I say, we're going to fold it, you know. Hopefully the middle will be about right here. We're in between those two roses is what I'm hoping. Like, you know, the middle piece will be right there. So, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to just do it with white thread. So we don't have to do anything special here. But I do want to try to cover up this here. This is fine, but this where it's pieced together on the inside, I do want to kind of cover that up. Should have been thinking more about that and had the solid piece here. And either way you was going to see it, but not as much up top. And if you can see, even in the roses, you can see the words behind it. I absolutely love it. Oh man, it turned out so good. And we got just the right amount of glue on it, where it's not coming, it's not seeping through, and the fabric's held. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, I'm going to let this dry a little bit. So I'm going to cut the pages. You know, we're going to work on our pages a little bit. I'm going to set that to the side and let it dry. And before I get off of here, I will break that spine in on it and show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So when we go to break that spine in, that's going to be, that is going to be the deal breaker. Hopefully it will let us fold it and not mess it up. Because if it messes it up, I'm going to be one ill person. Not really. We'll just figure out a way to fix it, but it is going to upset me. I'll be like wanting to say some ugly words, but can't because, you know, I'm on video. So, yeah. So, this is what we're going to have to do to our pages is cut all them down. And I just want to do a few and get them folded just for, you know, when we break this, break this in half, I want to make sure that it is going to be wide enough for the journal. So get us a piece, get us a sample piece cut down. Okay, so now, oh, it's short. Ooh. I don't know. I'm okay with the pages sticking out just a little bit. Are y'all? I'm not really. I lied. I'm not really okay with the pages sticking out. So see, if we do, and that is right there in the middle. Yeah, because there's the edge, and that would be the middle. So yeah, we'd have plenty of room. We just got to cut the papers down. Got to cut the papers down a little bit more, knucklehead. Why didn't you plan for that? They are 7 5/8. The book is. So I'm going to do what did I just say? Crazy train. 7 5/8. So I'm going to cut off. I'm going to do to 7 1/2 on it. We'll just save these pieces for collage. That'll be fine and dandy. All right. So now, yep, that's going to be right at the top. See what I'm saying? It's going to be right in there. And the half of it's going to be here, so the pages will fit in it perfect if we do that. Okay, so now let me find this, because this is our widest journal card. And yeah, that'll fit on there. Sure enough will. Heck yeah. Okay, good. Because that was the widest one of the journal cards that we had. So I was like, if that fits, we got it made, y'all. So it'll fit on a page and we'll be good. Okie doke. 7 1/2 inches. Where's my writing stuff at? So I can write that down so I won't forget what I do with it. Oh, it's back here. Note-taking stuff. Seven 7.5 tall. Don't forget, crazy. Just because I know I'm not going to cut all of them here at, tonight. I just wanted to get one done while we're waiting for that to dry. Because I'll do that off camera. I'm not going to do that. Make y'all watch me cut the edges off of pages and all that. You know, that's useless. You know, I just wanted to do a sample page. Yeah. So from here to there, it's 11 1/2. And the papers. Yeah, the papers will fit in there plenty because there's a lot of pages, and I'm just thinking of the, you know, the cascade of papers. So it'll be fine. It will be fine and dandy. So we'll just let that dry some more with that. So now we're going to work on our little tags and stuff here for this. This belly band needs to be cut down to 7.5. Yes, it does. Good thinking, y'all. Because remember, I said I would probably have to cut it. So 7.5. I'm going to do 7 and what is that? 3/8. We're going to take it down to 7 3/8. No, actually, I'm just going to cut this whole top piece off right here. And I'll save that and put it in the scraps. So instead of that being, you know, that's a pocket there. So you're going to have a little bitty pocket at the top. I'm going to glue that up. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to glue that. Not even worry about trying to use that as a pocket. We could, but you know, I don't want it sticking up out the top. So we're just going to close that up. All right, paper towel. You over here hiding from me. So I think my newlyweds are coming back tomorrow. My son, he's a homebody like me. He's done been ready to come back for like the day after he got there, and basically it rained for 3 days. So you know, he's like, I'm ready to come home. poor old Bubby. He's much like me. He likes to stay home. He don't like, you know, getting away from home too much. All right, now how wide are you? 2.5. So I'm going to cut these down to 2 inches. So I need the cutter board back. Come here. So these all need to be 2 inches. Let's see. Let's do 2 1/4 on this and see how it works. And that's a little tight. Well, let's trim a little bit more off of it. Okay, that works. Let's say that's scrap. Let's see, 2 inches. There's the hair past it. Whoopsie! Don't cut your plastic cutter on your cutter board. Yeah, don't do that, crazy. That's 3. So I'm gonna do a 1/2 inch on each side because I want that rose in the middle. I think that's gonna be pretty. And I'm fine with that. Just absolutely fine with it. Okay. There we go. I need 1 more of them scrappy pieces. And you know what? I don't have one. I sure don't, because there's the scrap from it. Daggone it. Wouldn't you know that? Ain't that something? It's always something like that. Well, dang. That's got to be cut down too, daggone it. And I think that is 2 inches. Nope, it is not. be cut down to, what is that, 4 inches, just a hair. Let's see, how long are you now? That's not even 4 inches. That is 3.5 inches. What I'm fixing to do is I'm fixing to take this scrap here. I'm fixing to make me a piece. Put that on there like that. Heck yes I am. Oh, there was 2 pieces of there. That's why it was so thick. I'm going to stick me a little tag, or it'd be a little tuck spot. It's going to be a little cutie patootie tucks place. I got a few little tickets I can put in here or something like that. Just something to go on it, you know what I mean? And of course, there's glue everywhere. If I don't put enough glue, I overglue and it just seeps out every which way but loose. Okay, so let me see. This is my little bitty tags and stuff. Let's see, like that. Because it's got pink in it. We can do that. I got green. I think that's the smallest ones I have. And then I have this. That's what I was imagining going in these, but since we got these scraps, I'm just going to do that because I like it, and that's what I want in there. I think these are mostly Tim Holtz little bitties. Yeah, this is all Tim Holtz. Too big. Too big. Too big. Here's a little, like a little size chart. Let me put that in there. I like that. How stinking cute is that? What else is in here? What else we got? Yeah, because all of them are too big. But that's the kind of thing that you can put in this right here. You know, your little Tim Holtz tag bits and stuff like that will be really pretty up one of these. I need to make some more of them. And I got one more ephemera pouch here. Let's see what's in this. It ain't no telling. Ooh, wee, good Lord. Yeah, there ain't no telling what's in this thing here. Bunch of tags, bunch of little liners and stuff like that. Circles, all kinds of little ephemeras. Yeah, nothing purple though. It's all kind of a brown and blue, like that. Okay. We need to have a make out of this mess. And, oh, and look, I broke over and I got me some Tim Holtz pieces. And it is poses. Tim Holtz people's. So I broke over and got me some of them finally. And I've been looking on Etsy. There's quite a few people have paper dolls on Etsy. Quite a few people. All right, so now I think I'm just going to round these. I don't know if I want to do a whole tag bit. Yeah, let's just round it. That's going to work. Okay. Yeah. They're a little tight, but it's, you know, the more that you the more you pull them in and out, you know, what have you, the looser the pocket will get. And I think these are going to be very pretty on there. Now these, you know, it has, like, you can write on the back of that with that stuff on it. It'll be just fine. But I wanted, you know, even if you didn't, if you wanted to take these out and use them somewhere else, that you could, because this is decorated up. I like having decorations on it. So when you pull your pieces out, your tags or journal cards or whatever, it's still decorative in your book. So you can take the pieces and write on them and put them somewhere else if you want to. So you always have that option. Which is why, you know, it is really good to use, like, get you some washi stickers of some sort. Now, you can decorate up the bottom pocket, you know, bling it up however you like. You know, the front of it. Just be mindful of your other page that you're, you know, you may have to supplement something when you're trying to write on the page in front of it because you got the bling on it. But, so when you pull out all of your pieces, you have a place on it. So now I'm going to re-ink this with purple, even though it has the, oh, that looks good up against that, because remember we did this and we did it with vintage photo, but that purple over the vintage photo gives it a whole different effect. Look at that. That is awesome. So it's kind of almost black, so that kind of blends in with it now. Hush your face. All right, so that's that piece. We'll put that over here. So we did what, 1, 2, 3, 4 tags. Our little mini journal cards. And I know it's not the amount of ephemera or make or whatever it is, but still, it's aggravating to set down. And it seems like all I did is like one item in a video, you know. But sometimes it is true process video of figuring out how to do things. Okay, y'all, this is going to be the truth-telling factor. So I'm going to pull this over here, and I am going to put it on the scoreboard. Try my best to... I'm wanting to try to score it. I don't know if I need to score it or if I just need to try to manhandle it and fold it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I'm going to push it here. Hopefully it won't break. Because, see, I'm thinking it's going to want to try to fold where the other fold, the natural fold, was. So I was hoping that we had enough thick pieces on it. And so, see, you're trying to meet that up. Oh, come on now. Don't you do it, buddy. Oh, yeah. There we go. So I like to use this edge on here to push things into, to make kind of manhandle them and make them go the way I need them to go. Alright, so now I need to get this out of the way. get our bone folder out here. Show it who's boss. All right, so we're making sure that our corners here match up. And they do, and they do. So I'm gonna lay this flat. Are they still flat and meeting up? Pretty close. Heck yeah, right on. There we go. Because see, this end here wanted to start buckling right here. Had to teach it that it couldn't do that. Yep, it wanted to go a little wonky on me on that end, but nope, you can't do it, buddy. Can't let you do that. Okay. And then the inside here. Alright. We got us a journal cover, y'all. Shut up. Look at that. It's still wanting to buckle right there. We're going to straighten that out, though. We're going to teach it not to mess with us. There we go. Yeah, we're going to teach you, buddy. Don't mess with us. We're going to fix that. There we go. Yep. There we go, buddy. You straightened yourself right on up, didn't you? Okay. Heck yeah, y'all. Oh, I love it. Ooh, I'm so happy. All right, so now I was wondering if we could put a little bit of this right here on here. Nope. 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 Where'd that cut off piece there go? Here it is. So we can put, all right, we're going to fold that one up underneath it like it ain't there. Yes, ma'am. There we go. All right, we're going to cut one of these here off. But now, what I wanted to do was I was wanting to use this and use that as my closure bit on this one. See what I'm saying? I don't know. See, I didn't even think of a closure. I should have done that before I glued all this down. Sure should have. And so see, then that right there is where your signature will be sewn in, and that'll hold that, and your pockets will work. Heck yeah. Oh man, that turned out good. And it's mainly because I put a bunch of Fabri-Tac right here to make sure that it held that in the middle. Okay, so now see, look, then your pages will go in there like so. And they're going to be about 1/4 inch. The first one's going to be about 1/4 inch away from the edge. So then you'll have your cascade out. Because I think there's about 15 pieces, 15 or so pages. Yep, that's going to work good. Yep, sure is. And that's the first page in the journal anyways. Oh, that's so pretty. I may not do nothing else here. Just leave that French stuff there. Oh, I love it. Ooh, I'm so happy with that. Okay. Wow, that turned out so good. All right, so now can I put 2 there? I don't want to cut it right yet because I'm trying to figure out my closure. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to do that as a closure. I'm going to have these 2 right here. And is that going to mess that up, taking and putting up here? Let's visualize what we got going on, because, you know, that may be a bit much. I'm folding that up underneath. I'm going to put them right there in that spot where, you know, where you can see the clear line of that. Because I was thinking about taking and putting one here and then having one in the middle, and then having one on the back as the closure. Is that going to look too goofy? I think so. So now if we don't do that, then I have this as a wraparound to attach back here. Oh, just go on somewhere. Yep, I think that's it. That's what I'm doing right there. Yeah, because that purple matches a whole lot better, don't it? So then we'll have, this is the closure piece. Ran through the back. I think I'm going to like that. So we'll have, all right, so these right here is going to be there. This one is not. So I'll have these on the front like that. And when, you know, and then this is going to be our closure, ran through the spine when we sew our signature in. What do you think, Miss Deborah? Let me know if you like it or not. If you don't, we'll change it. Because she's already asked for this journal. She's already pre-spoken for this one. Ooh, yes, ma'am. Yep, that's it right there. I love that. Oh, that's so pretty. Yep, that's it. And I'm holding this over here, this piece, because that's not going to be attached. This one's going to be missing in action. It's going to be gone. Oh, that's going to be so pretty. Yep, I like that. That's it. And I do believe I'm going to take the pretty purple lace, this kind, because it matches, you know, it's the same colorway, and put it on pages. Because it's got a shimmer to it. You see what I'm saying? You see the shimmer? It's got a shimmer to it. So now imagine, and the pages are going to be in there a bit, so that ruffle's going to be like that. Maybe out just a little bit more. Yeah, so that ruffle's going to be like that with this. And then you got your bow piece here. Oh, yeah. Okie doke, that's it. So I'm not going to get off here for tonight. I'm going to get the edges cut off my pages, get them ready to be sewn in. And I'm going to cut me some of these. I need to count the pages, actual pages first, to figure out how many there is. And then we'll get that sewn in, and we'll get the rest of our ephemera finished up. So probably 2 more videos for this one, because, you know, we've already got our ephemera picked out and everything. We just got to make it and put it together. So, and then I need, where'd that go? I need this, and I need to find me get a rose to put on that. So I need to get me a rose piece to put on this. Which actually, you know what? Look at here. Glue that on there. Use that third one as the closure for that. Sure could, couldn't we? I don't see why we couldn't. You glue it here and here, and then that would be plenty enough to stuff that down in there to hold that. Yep. Sure would. Okay. Good job. Good job, us. Good job, us. Okay. So those 2 will be on the front there, covering up where that connection piece. I really don't mind it, but I don't know, it's drawing my attention to it, and I don't want it to. I mean, I don't mind that the words down here are different ways than that, but that's just drawing my attention to straight to, you know, where it was pieced together there. So then I'm fine with the words being sideways here and that being that way, you know, and then you can see the words throughout it. And on the back, it's not really bothering me on the back. It's just bothering me on the front for some reason. So then we'll take and glue this on here, on either side right here. And that'll be our tuck holder for that. Sure will. Okie doke. And that's my other belly band. Now to match this one. Let's see. Is that gonna be? Oh yeah, that'll fit on there. Heck yeah, it will. Now these we may have to cut them. Nope, we're not even gonna have to trim them up. Yeah, so the Rita Donnelly flips will work in this shorter journal. Shut your face. Okay, good job. That was the other thing I wanted to check, was to make sure if we had to trim them up or not. Alright, so that's all of our ephemera. Oh, let me check these. I forgot about these, because remember we made these. Yep, that's going to work. Let me see this other one, because it was a little bit different measurement. I think I tried to get them as in the middle as I possibly could. Yep, that's going to work too. Good job, us. See, sometimes I run into, you know, I'm making ephemera, you know, and then, like I said, this was a little bit shorter than our normal page, so we need to trim it down, and we knew that coming into this. Oh, that's going to be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love that. All right. Okay, so now we know what we're doing and where we're going with things. So, like I said, I'm going to sit here tonight. I'm going to watch me some TV, get our pages trimmed up, get my lace bits cut down, and have everything ready to go to where we sew in the signature and we get our ephemera done. I'm going to do the ephemera on camera. So, where is my thingy bob? Ah, there it is. Hit it for myself. All right, Miss Deborah, let me know, honey, if that's going to be to your liking. I think that's what it needs to have done, and I absolutely love this. That is so pretty. Wow, that's going to be a beautiful journal. Yes, ma'am. And I want to make some stuff here. So I really don't need these tuck spots, because like I say, I want to take those flowers. What did I do with them? I know I done said I was getting off here, and now I keep yik-yakking. No, I decided I was going to put those flowers up and use them in the tall skinny with the 12 by 12 papers. That's what I've done. Yeah, we need to use these. We need to use these butterflies, because it all matches. This matches these papers color scheme really good. Okay, let me get off here, quit yik-yakking and quit running in circles, because that's what I feel like I'm doing now. Thank y'all so much. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we will see y'all tomorrow.